What if I told you that the most important spaces in our lives aren't the rooms we live in, the buildings we work in, or the destinations we dream of reaching, but the empty hallways in between, the airports, the stairwells, the quiet bus stations at 3 a.m. These are liminal spaces, and they may be the key to something we're all missing. Defining liminality. The word liminal comes from the Latin limen, meaning threshold. It's that in-between state, neither here nor there, neither beginning nor end. Think about it. Waiting rooms, hotel corridors, abandoned malls. They're unsettling because they exist outside of our usual sense of place and time. But what if I told you these spaces, physical or psychological, are not just eerie, but essential to being human, the human need for liminality? Every culture, every society has recognized this in its own way. Rituals of passage, graduations, weddings, funerals are all liminal moments. They exist in between identities, marking the shift from one stage of life to another. Without them, our lives would blur together, endless and directionless. We need thresholds to tell us that transformation is happening. We need pause points to make sense of movement. Why we crave liminal spaces today. In modern life, we've erased so many natural transitions. We rush from task to task, screen to screen, city to city. But the psyche needs places of suspension. That's why photos of empty office lobbies or abandoned supermarkets go viral online. They remind us of something we forgot. That emptiness and in-betweenness carry meaning. They create a silence where we can actually hear ourselves think. Psychological function. Liminal spaces act as mirrors. When you stand in a quiet airport late at night, you become hyper-aware of your own presence, your body in motion, your place in time. In these moments, we are stripped of distractions. We are just waiting, becoming, and that's terrifying, but also healing. Collective function. Communities also rely on liminality. Festivals, carnivals, even protests. These are temporary spaces where rules are suspended. People can imagine new ways of being, new identities that don't fit into daily life. Without these liminal zones, society stagnates. We need the in-between to imagine the beyond. Why the internet is obsessed with liminal aesthetics. Scroll through the liminal space tag online, and you'll see endless empty hotels, glowing parking lots, dim gyms at midnight. Why are we obsessed with them? Because they resonate with the subconscious. They remind us of dreams, half-forgotten childhood memories, moments when reality felt fragile. And in an age where everything is overstimulated, curated, and accelerated, liminal imagery feels raw, strange, and grounding. It gives us the threshold we don't get in daily life, the danger of no liminality. But here's the dark side. Without liminality, we become trapped in endless linear time. Wake up, work, consume, sleep, repeat. If there are no pauses, no transitions, no thresholds, life becomes a flat line. And humans aren't built for flat lines. We're built for cycles, rituals, doorways, in-between states. Without them, we lose meaning. Personal level. Think about your own life. When was the last time you sat in silence between two major events? When was the last time you allowed yourself to exist in that strange, uncomfortable, not yet phase? Maybe it was waiting for test results, or standing in a hallway before an interview, or sitting on your bed the night before you move cities. Those moments change us, not because they give answers, but because they hold us in suspension. Closing, call to action. So maybe the question isn't why liminal spaces feel eerie, but why we've convinced ourselves we can live without them. Everyone needs liminality, to breathe, to reflect, to cross thresholds consciously. Because only in the in-between do we realize we are never finished, never fixed, but always becoming